नमस्कार, मैं हूं अजय त्रिपाठी। आज आप देख रहे हैं हमारी एक खास मुलाकात। आप सब जानते हैं, मैं आपको मिलवा रहा हूं सदगुरु जग्गी महाराज से। गुरुदेव, जब हम संतों की बात करते हैं, आज का बहुत संत अध्यात्म, तो एक परंपरा हिंदुस्तान में चली आ रही, ट्रेडिशनल परंपरा चली आ रही कि समाज की बात करते हैं, समाज सुधार की बात करते हैं, बहुत सारे काम करते हैं। पहली बार देख रहे हैं कि कोई संत या आध्यात्मिक व्यक्ति नदी को जगाने जा रहा है, नदी को बचाने जा रहा है। एक ऐसा कैंपेन जिसके बारे में बाकी लोगों को सोचना चाहिए। हाउ दिस थॉट कम इन योर माइंड?
See, all sages and yogis largely at one time lived on river banks.
जी,
So they were very much a part of the river. And I'm sure even in those times, if the river was getting dirty or river was threatened, they would have stood up and protected. Even then they would have done. But at that time there was no such need because rivers were flowing full and clean. Populations were not as they are today.
yeah, right.
So there was no this level of industry or agriculture to destroy the river. So today we are in a different time when rivers, which we thought are forever, are being threatened by us. So because of this, something has to be done. Now the way… what I see is, as I travel across the country, every political party, every group of citizens, from children to celebrities, from ordinary simple farmers to tall leaders, everybody is supporting it. It is almost like all of them were just waiting. Where somebody must do this, everybody knows. The question was only who will bell the cat.
Okay.
So, it had to happen, so…
Do you think this is the process of who will bell the cat?
In a way, yes. Even when I started, people around me started advising me, Sadhguru, don't do this, you will risk your reputation, people will rubbish you, people will do this. So I said, I'm willing to risk my reputation and my life if necessary, because this is one responsibility that we have to fulfill for the future generations of this country, that before we die, rivers must be clean and they must be flowing. This responsibility I cannot shirk, that is why the rally.
हिंदुस्तान की हिस्ट्री एक इतिहास है, गवाह है कि जब भी ऐसी जरूरत पड़ती है अवेयरनेस की, तब संत उठते हैं। हथियार भी उठाए संतों ने देश की रक्षा के लिए, समाज की रक्षा के लिए। तो ये माना जाए, आज जब नदियों के संरक्षण की जरूरत पड़ती है तो एक संत आगे आके खड़ा हो गया है।
You can say that.
नदी… आपको मैं पढ़ रहा था तो आपने कहा था कि एक नदियों के पुनर्जीवन की एक ठोस नीति बनना चाहिए। वो कहीं बहुत सारी सरकारें… 70 साल हो गए हिंदुस्तान को आज़ाद हुए, बहुत सारे कैंपेन चले, बहुत सारे प्लान हुए, प्रोग्राम्स बने, पर वो जो बात आप कहते हैं कि पुनर्जीवन की एक पॉलिसी बनना चाहिए, वो कहीं दिखाई नहीं पड़ती। क्यों?
See, till now one of the biggest problems has been, because river is a concurrent subject between the center and the state.
Yeah, right.
They could never get concurrence of all the states. During Rajiv Gandhi's time, they made a serious effort to do something very similar. But it did not work because they could not get concurrence from all the states. But this time around, we have crossed that hurdle of concurrence very effortlessly. All the states, just all the states where we are going, all the chief ministers are participating in the events. And many other states where we're physically not going, there also all the chief ministers have sent me letters of endorsement and support and wanting to make this happen in their states. So, concurrence we have got. What we did not achieve in 70 years, fortunately in this rally, concurrence has come from all the states. The next step is execution. Policy has many challenges, it has legal challenges, it has legislative challenges, it has executive and administrative challenges. Apart from that, it is a long gestation period. If we do everything right, waters in the rivers will come up only in the next 15 to 25 years. It will not come day after tomorrow morning because you made a missed call. So the missed call is an oath. Oath means, right now, unfortunately, we have taken to this turn, as citizens of this nation, we've been selling our vote, either for money or something free that somebody gives us. Now this is an expression of responsibility that this simple phone call or a missed call is about you and me making a statement and every citizen making a statement in the country that if the government takes a long-term policy for the well-being of this nation and future generations, we will stand with you. This is what it means. So this is a maturity that the country has to display. It is very important, not only for the rivers, for the well-being of this nation, that we are a responsible citizenry, we are not for sale. We will not do things just for this and that. What really matters for the country, we will stand up and vote for it. That's what this missed call means.
बट हमारे यहाँ तो परंपरा रही गुरुजी, स्नान मंत्र हमारे यहाँ साफ साफ कहा गया है, गंगा जमुना चाहे सरस्वती कावेरी ताचल सारी नदियों को हम याद करते हैं, जब हम स्नान करते हैं सारी नदियों को याद करते हैं। बट वो वही लोग वोट कर रहे हैं, उन्होंने ये वोट किया है। सिर्फ मिस कॉल देना एक परंपरा नहीं है हमारे यहाँ, तो ट्रेडिशनल परंपरा चली आ रही कि नदियों को हम समझें, उनकी पूजा करें। कब होता है इसको बेहतर कर सकें और अच्छा हो सकेगा ये, इसके लिए कोई प्लान है आपके पास?
See, puja we've been doing for a long time, but we've not taken care of the rivers. There's a lot of emotion in our hearts, but this emotion has not translated into action.
Yes, that's why my question.
So, that is why I'm talking about an enforceable policy. This cannot be left to the people. It is like you cannot leave traffic rules to the people. If you leave it, they will drive all over the place. That's what is happening with rivers. People are doing whatever they feel like. River is not a personal property. River is a national treasure. The soil and water in this country is national treasure, and for that there needs to be a law. If you drive on the wrong side of the street, in 10 minutes, you will pay a penalty.
Yeah, right.
Just like that, if you do the wrong things with the river, there must be a penalty. That is, it belongs to us and it belongs to future generations. But it doesn't belong to any individual person, so they cannot treat it whichever way they want. So we want an enforceable, implementable law, not leaving it to people's emotions, because those emotions are wonderful, but they have not worked in terms of action.
मध्य प्रदेश गवर्नमेंट कह रही है कि एक रिजोल्यूशन भी लाए हाउस में कि नदी को जीवित इकाई मानना पड़ेगा, और वो जीवित इकाई मानने के बाद ही नदी को वो सारे राइट्स मिल जाएंगे कि वो अपना बचाव कर सके। आपका क्या ख्याल इस पे?
See, yes, it is… on one level it's symbolic, it's emotional, recognizing the river. It is not just now they're talking about legal and legislative status, but otherwise in Madhya Pradesh people see Narmada Devi as a living entity. But in spite of that, we've not been able to translate it into positive action. So that is fine, the legal rights are good. At some point, Narmada Devi can file a case against you if you're misbehaving with her, which is a good thing on one level, but the most important thing is beyond that, there has to be a law. People who live next to the river, what they should do and what they should not do, this must be clearly put out. Otherwise, we will destroy the rivers.
कई बार ऐसा नहीं लगता कि हम नदियों की बात तो करते हैं, पर नदियों के साथ जुड़ा जो उनका बायोडाइवर्सिटी उसकी बात नहीं करते हैं, हम लाइवहुड की बात नहीं करते, एम्प्लॉयमेंट की बात नहीं करते हैं। गंगा के किनारे किनारे अगर चलने वाले लोग रोहू को मार करके, मछलियों को मार करके अगर जीवन यापन करते हैं, तो वो तो वही करेंगे जब तक उसका ऑप्शन नहीं देंगे हम।
There is no problem in people making a living out of the river, it's perfectly fine. Even if you have to make a living out of the river must flow. Only then you will make a living, isn't it? We are only talking about revitalizing the river. How we use it is between the people and the government. It's not for me to tell them how they should use the river. That is between the people and the government, they must negotiate and see how to use it. But for whatever you wish to do, rivers must be flowing. Right now they are not flowing. Narmada is seasonal, Krishna is seasonal, Kaveri is seasonal. These are all great rivers in this country. But all of them have become seasonal in the last 10–15 years' time. So, we must have the rivers flowing. After that, how much water I drink, how much water you drink, we can discuss that later.
बट महाराज जी, जब सब जगह हो सकता है, आप तो पूरी हिंदुस्तान की बजाय पूरी दुनिया में भ्रमण किया आपने, वहाँ भी देखा है कि लंदन में भी नदी को उन्होंने बेहतर कर दिया, जर्मनी में नदी को बेहतर किया, रसिया में नदी को बहुत अच्छा किया है। हम क्यों नहीं कर सकते? कहाँ प्रॉब्लम आती है?
See, as a nation, compared to the examples that you're taking, we are a new nation. As a political entity, we are only 70 years old. And when we got the nation, we were a broken nation. There was no economy, there was no industry, there was no business, there was no administrative structures. And above all, they broke the country into 3 pieces and went away. So it was a broken nation. When the nation was formed, over 500,000 people died and millions of people had to, because of the partition, move either here or there. There was a huge social stress. A nation itself was under stress and there was no economic means. Such a nation, first 50 years, naturally we were in a survival mode. In the last 20 years, we've been in a developmental mode, but a time has come for us to move into sustainable mode, because now if we do not think about sustainability, it may become too late after 10-20 years' time.
ऐसा नहीं लगता कि सब कुछ हमारे यहाँ पर है, बहुत अच्छा बजट सरकारें खर्च कर रही हैं, पॉलिसीज बन रही हैं, प्रोग्राम्स बन रहे हैं, पॉलिटिकल बिल की प्रॉब्लम है, जो अगर वो नहीं होगी तो शायद अच्छा नहीं हो पाएगा।
No, that's what I'm saying. The very direction has been survival, now development, now sustainability has to come in everybody's mind. That's why the rally.
जी।
Now all the governments are saying, yes, this must be done. This itself is a big shift. All the state governments are saying, yes, this has to be done, because they know the problem on the ground. So even for the governments to get the will, people must support, isn't it? That's why the missed call.
मध्य प्रदेश सरकार ने नर्मदा कैंपेन चलाया है, उसका रिजल्ट आप भी शामिल हुए थे, उसके बारे में क्या सोचते हैं आप?
The Narmada campaign?
Yeah.
Narmada campaign ran in a certain way because in Madhya Pradesh, there is an enormous emotion about Narmada Devi. That will not work with all the rivers. With other rivers, there is no such emotion. People are seeing Narmada as a divine entity. There such a campaign will work, but the same campaign will not work for all the rivers. Other rivers need enforceable law, otherwise it will not work.
ये कहा जा रहा है कि आपकी जो यात्रा है बिल्कुल वैसी जैसे महात्मा गांधी ने दांडी मार्च शुरू किया था, आपको कैसा लगता है?
Unlike the Dandi March or the freedom movement, there we had an oppressor from outside. Here we are the oppressors. There was a force against which we were fighting. Here we are that force against the rivers. So we are the British here, because we are oppressing the rivers. So now to transform ourselves is a different game than evicting somebody. That's a different game. So it is wonderful that the nation is coming together on the river issue. I'm glad to see across political spectrum, across religions, caste, creed, without considering all that, they're coming together because everybody consumes water after all.
मेरे मन में एक सवाल है कि महाराज जी गाड़ी चलाकर ले जा रहे हैं, ये कैसे एकदम लगा कि खुद गाड़ी चलाकर इतना लंबा सफर करेंगे?
Because I am a very good driver. No, that's not the point. See, I will not ask anybody to do what I myself cannot do. So, I had to show people that I am committed, otherwise I can fly from city to city and do what kind of yatra is that? Here, everywhere I go, village to village, we are stopping and talking and going. So that can only be done on the road.
इस कैंपेन का कोई रोड मैप बाद में तैयार होकर गवर्नमेंट को सौंपा जाएगा कि ये किया जाए?
We have prepared a draft policy resolution, which is over 700 pages. It's a scientific document, essentially an economic policy with serious ecological impact. So this will benefit all the stakeholders, the river, the life in the river, the farmers, the larger community and the administrations. All of them will benefit by this. That's how the policy is structured. So, it is a win-win for everybody. Only thing is, this needs to be implemented in a comprehensive way. It cannot be implemented in pieces. That is why we are trying to get at least 40% of the electorate to support this, so that government will implement in its holistic nature, not in pieces.
गुरु जी आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, आप हमसे मुलाकात की, IBC 24 से जुड़े, आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। आज की मुलाकात बस यहीं तक, अगली बार फिर किसी नए तक के साथ मिलेंगे, तब तक के लिए मुझे आज्ञा दीजिए, लेकिन खबरों का सिलसिला चलता रहेगा, इसलिए देखते रहिए IBC 24।